Manchester United. Step up Carlos Baleba pursuit amid Šeško transfer progress. Manchester United have formally opened discussions with Brighton and Hove Albion over the potential signing of highly rated midfielder Carlos Baleba. Renowned journalist David Ornstein reports that United have made initial contact through intermediaries to gauge the feasibility of a summer transfer. However, early feedback suggests Brighton are reluctant to part ways with the Cameroon international. Baleba, who joined the Seagulls from Lille in 2023 for just under 26 million, has quickly cemented himself as a vital cog in Brighton's midfield. His blend of strength, ball-carrying ability, and defensive discipline has earned plaudits across the Premier League. These attributes have also drawn the attention of Manchester United's recruitment department and new head coach Ruben Amorim, who sees Baleba as a perfect fit for his high-energy, control-oriented system. Despite United's interest, Ornstein emphasizes that Brighton have no current intention of letting Baleba leave this summer. The player remains under contract until 2028, with the club holding an option to extend for an additional year, effectively giving them a strong hand in any negotiations. Still, Amorim is keen to reinforce his midfield, particularly targeting a new defensive anchor in the number 6 role. With that in mind, United continue to explore all options, including a push for Baleba. Clarity is expected in the coming days on whether a deal could be realistic. So far, it's been a productive transfer window for Manchester United under Amorim's leadership. The acquisitions of Matheus Cunha, Brian Mbeumo, and Diego Leon have addressed several key areas, especially in attack and overall squad depth. However, Amorim's tactical setup relies heavily on central midfield dominance, and the club is well aware that further investment in that area may be necessary. Baleba checks all the boxes: press-resistant, tireless, and tactically versatile. But unless United manage to offload multiple fringe players, funding high-profile additions in both midfield and attack might prove financially restrictive. Meanwhile, Manchester United's pursuit of Benjamin Šeško is nearing a breakthrough. Earlier reports confirmed that Newcastle United were in pole position after submitting a bid of $82.5 million plus $2.5 million in add-ons, which RB Leipzig accepted. However, Šeško has since made his preference for a move to Old Trafford crystal clear, a stance now echoed across multiple reliable sources. United's own bid, $75 million plus $10 million in performance-based bonuses, is still under discussion with Leipzig, but the momentum has undeniably shifted in their favor. The latest updates suggest Šeško is prepared to travel to Manchester to undergo his medical once the final green light is given by the Bundesliga club. While the two clubs have yet to reach a formal agreement, the transfer appears to be progressing steadily toward completion. Given the financial landscape, Manchester United are expected to prioritize their spending. Several first-team players have been earmarked for possible departures to generate funds. Among them are Antony, Jadon Sancho, Alejandro Garnacho, and Tyrell Malacia, figures reportedly part of a bomb squad poised to exit the club. The most notable exit so far is Marcus Rashford, who has joined Barcelona on a season-long loan with a reported purchase option of around $25 million. Unless a handful of these exits are finalized soon, United may be forced to choose between securing Šeško or investing in a marquee midfield talent like Baleba. Nevertheless, the Cameroonian remains a long-term midfield solution that fits both the profile and philosophy that Ruben Amorim is trying to instill at Old Trafford. Brighton's firm stance and United's financial considerations make the pursuit tricky, but not impossible. What's clear is that Manchester United are not finished yet, and further movement is anticipated in the coming days as Amorim continues his squad overhaul. Once again, Benjamin Šeško has reaffirmed his desire to join Manchester United, and sources including Ben Jacobs have confirmed the striker communicated his preference earlier this week. Despite Newcastle's financially superior offer, player preference may well tip the scales in United's favor during this transfer saga. There's growing confidence within the corridors of Old Trafford that if an agreement can be reached with RB Leipzig, Šeško will choose United over Newcastle. The Red Devils' proposal, valued at $75 million plus $10 million in bonuses, reflects their serious commitment, and they remain hopeful that Leipzig will accept these terms. Transfer. Specialist Fabrizio Romano has reinforced this belief, stating unequivocally that Šeško wants only Manchester United. United have already submitted their contract proposal to the striker's representatives and are now waiting for Leipzig to sanction the move. Should the deal be finalized, Manchester United would secure one of Europe's most exciting young forwards, a 6.5 powerhouse who scored 21 goals last season and has netted 39 times in just 87 appearances for Leipzig since leaving RB Salzburg. In parallel, United's defensive situation also remains fluid. Harry Maguire, despite attracting interest from Premier League and foreign clubs such as AS Monaco and Marseille, appears set to stay at Old Trafford. The England defender, now in the final year of his contract, is unlikely to leave unless a compelling offer arrives. Elsewhere, Manchester United have been handed a boost in their pursuit of Sporting CP captain Morten Hjulmand. The Danish midfielder has been a target ever since Amorim's appointment, and recent reports from La Gazzetta dello Sport suggest that Juventus have dropped out of the race. The Italian giants are now focusing on alternatives like Sofyan Amrabat, Matt O'Reilly, and Yves Bissouma, potentially leaving United with a clearer path towards signing Hjulmand if they decide to press ahead. In summary, United's transfer activity under Ruben Amorim continues to heat up. The club is navigating a delicate balancing act, trying to land both a top-class striker and a midfield engine without overstretching financially. As talks for Benjamin Šeško move closer to conclusion, the focus could soon shift to whether a deal for Carlos Baleba can be unlocked. The next few days will be pivotal as Manchester United work to shape the squad in Amorim's image: aggressive, athletic, and built for success. Victor Guares has officially joined Sporting CP in a deal valued at $63.5 million. Meanwhile, Chelsea, longtime admirers of Benjamin Šeško, have shifted their focus elsewhere, opting instead to pursue Liam Delap and Joel Pedro. With the Blues now out of the running, the race to sign Šeško appears to be a straight shootout between Manchester United and Newcastle United. So what happens next? The ball is now firmly in RB Leipzig's court. While both Premier League contenders are prepared to meet the club's financial expectations, the final outcome may ultimately hinge on the striker's own preference. If United's confidence is well placed, and Šeško does indeed favor a move to Old Trafford, the Red Devils could be on the brink of completing one of the standout striker signings of the summer window. A decision from Leipzig is expected imminently, with both United and Newcastle eager to finalize their squads as the new season rapidly approaches. Following a successful preseason tour of the United States, which culminated in lifting the Premier League Summer Series trophy, Manchester United have returned to England to continue their preparations. Their next test? A high-profile friendly clash against Fiorentina on Saturday. Training resumed today at Carrington under the watchful eye of head coach Ruben Amorim and his full backroom staff. The session focused on recovery, tactical drills, and reintegrating players who were recently unavailable. There was a noticeable buzz among the squad as spirits remained high after a positive summer campaign. United's final match on American soil saw them play out a competitive draw against Everton, highlighted by the debut of Bryan Mbeumo, the $60 million signing from Brentford. Mbeumo impressed with his pace, directness, and chemistry with teammates in attacking phases, offering fans an early glimpse of the influence he's expected to have this season. With the preseason silverware secured, Amorim has now turned his attention to refining the team back at home. Tuesday's session at Carrington was particularly intense, placing emphasis on quick ball movement, pressing coordination, and seamless transitions between midfield and attack. Before kicking off drills, Amorim held a detailed tactical debrief, with the entire squad underlining his focus on discipline and structure heading into the final stages of preparation.